Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Ramblemania show probably brings to you. It is I, your seven-time Ramblemania heavyweight champion, Hazel the I Zombie, joining along with me as always.
What's up, everyone? It's your homegirl Ivy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of What's SmackDown. We give you the good and the bad and who booked this shit here on Friday Night SmackDown. How was your day?
Long, and it's still not over.
Mm.
What about you?
Mine's isn't over yet either, because I guess we both have to go to work tomorrow morning.
Yeah, but work for us is starting in for me, it's starting as soon as I leave from here.
Shit. Probably after I'm done with this, I'll go to sleep, and then I have to be up at 5:30 to get the hell out of here at 6.
Man, they need to appreciate our hustle.
No, they need to stop making me fucking work Saturday because I enjoy 2 days off, damn it, which is why I'm just going to call out Monday. I need to rest.
But think of it like this. Do you get the overtime hours? Because we like overtime money. We like getting extra money.
See, I'm not those people. I don't mind the overtime money, but do I really want the overtime money? No, I want to go home after working 8 fucking hours.
I don't know, man, because if someone tells me I'm going to give you an extra $200-$300 just for coming an hour extra or 2 hours extra.
Okay, but that's someone giving you $200-$300 extra for the hour. Okay, I have to say an extra 2 hours for $15 an hour? No, sir. No, sir. I'm good. If I was doing what you were doing, yeah, I'll stay. I'll stay for as long as you need me to. Shit.
I don't. That's my day job money right there.
Exactly. Trust. I don't hate the job. It's just it tires me out, and it puts a lot of ache and pain in my body, which is why I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm calling out Monday because I'm not dealing with this shit. I need to rest. And the fact that you keep making me work Saturdays, nah, fuck out of here. I kind of want to be here, in this.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Your job don't follow this podcast, do they? Okay, cool.
No, trust me.
Either.
I don't have friends out here. I don't have any friends. That doesn't mean in general I don't have friends in real life. Yes, I have a lot of friends, but just not where I'm living at. Maybe because I just don't want to make friends here, or that I'm just that big of an asshole.
But you gotta remember, you're from New York. They don't support New York teams.
I've seen the opposite of it now. I've seen a lot of, people from Massachusetts wear Yankees stuff. I don't know if that beef still goes on. I don't know if I'm ever going to go to Fenway Park with a Yankee jersey and then I'm getting jumped by 18 Red Sox guys outside because I'm wearing a Yankee jersey in their place. Look out of here, nigga. Baseball's baseball. Just enjoy the sport. How people have to enjoy wrestling for what it is. Enjoy it. Stop picking sides. It's not all about fucking starting a war with, I'm on this side and I gotta go to this side and I gotta go to the other side because I can't pick all. I can't pick all of the above. That's how everyone thinks. You can't pick all of the above, my nigga.
But not everyone.
That's the problem. Nobody wants to. There is a certain fine line of people that will say, I am an all of the above person. I like everything. Wrestling. I like every basketball team. I like every baseball team, every football team. Not everything has to be I'm a fan of this team because I'm from here. No, fuck you. Like what you like, and just that's it. So we have we got that fuck show in that fuck country next week, and I'm surprised they could do a lot of plugs for this stupid fuck show than what they do on their other premium live events.
First of all, I'm very mad that this shit is on a Saturday, right? Because at least when it would be during the week, I'll be awake and I'll watch it, while I'm on my way to work.
Yeah.
Because I want, because I just want to see like certain matches. I really get bored with those shows that are far away in a place that don't support us. But there's only like maybe one match I'm probably looking forward to just for the hell of it.
And what is that?
The women's match.
I mean, which one? There's two of them. There could be three if they want to just do that to us.
Well, is Lita and...
It's Lita and Becky Lynch. And then 5 women in the Elimination Chamber. And most likely the final person will be Asuka. Look, say hi, everyone. Say hi. He's just hopping on tables and shit.
He looks mad right now.
Nah, he's just getting big. He's only mad because I trapped him in here because I'm not going to be stepping outside to go smoke a cigarette. So I have to smoke in this office. So I covered the entire door with a fucking bed sheet just so he won't escape and the smoke won't go out. That's why I have a candle lit up.
Oh, you're fine.
So, yeah. Last year, we had this stupid pay-per-view that came out right after that was like 3 weeks after WrestleMania called Redacted Backlash. And guess what? It's coming back again. Oh, and if you don't know that, I don't use I don't use the whole name. I don't use WrestleMania Backlash because why the fuck are we still calling it that when it should just be called Backlash?
Mm-hmm.
So I just call it Redacted Backlash.
Backlash.
Yeah. Whatever your interpretation is, however you want to call it. I call it Redacted because, again, I don't understand why we need to still add WrestleMania onto this when there's really nothing spectacular about shows like this. So, yeah, it comes back May 8th. It's going to be in Providence, Rhode Island.
It's a month before my birthday.
Oh, shit. When's your birthday?
June 9th.
All right.
But, I know they're already talking about Backlash and they're talking about not having Ronda Rousey or Brock Lesnar. Like, there was no signs of it in the picture, which I think is going to be bullshit. If Brock...
I mean, they could possibly do that. They could possibly throw that in there now so that they could have us all thinking that, like, oh, Ronda and Brock Lesnar are going to lose at WrestleMania. Just like, Asuka and Nakamura lost at their WrestleMania main events.
And I think, and even with that, it's like, if at Mania they're going to keep the title on Bobby, okay, I'll understand it. I think they only just really bring Brock Lesnar when they want to really boost up the numbers. Like it's going to fucking do something.
I mean, what makes you think that Brock is going to boost up numbers? What, just because he shows up, it's going to boost numbers? The fucking viejo shows up and he doesn't fucking boost numbers. Okay? These guys are like the Jeff Jarrett of this generation. They could still show up many times. They won't fucking draw a dime. They won't fucking draw a rating because literally, I think honestly, people are just sick and tired of seeing these part-timers just showing up, taking other people's spot that they fucking earned.
And I know that, but to them, I feel like they're just going to keep pushing Brock, the Rondas, the Charlotte Flairs, because that's all you've been seeing since the pandemic.
Yeah, you want to bring back Brock because it provides more money for revenue, more pay-per-view buys for the highlight of every match that Brock is in, because everyone wants to see Brock do something to somebody. But what is the value of Goldberg at this point? Absolutely.
They had to fill out that one contract. They had to fill out that one that last title match obligation.
But
and remember,
people could say that this is his very last match. But is it really his last match?
I mean, that's the last under the contract.
2016. He showed up after 12 years. He cut a promo because he was going to face Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. And he said this, Brock Lesnar, not only are you next, you're last. Meaning he was going to face Brock. That's it. It was done. He just wanted to get the WrestleMania 26. But no, they just kept throwing more money at him and a fucking title. And that's the problem. This was the issue that I had with The Undertaker. You should have had him retire the minute the streak was over. You should have had him retire. If you kept bringing him back, what was the point of bringing him back to begin with after suffering not just one loss, but two at WrestleMania?
Yeah, no.
At least I can obviously say one makes more sense than the other because nobody wanted Roman to beat Taker. I would have been fine with Brock beating Taker, but the thing is, you kept bringing him back and back and back, and it's like, yo, chill the fuck out.
I mean, did you watch the documentary? So he said he didn't feel fulfilled with the match he had with Roman. Like, he felt like that wasn't his goodbye match, and he kept saying before the whole Roman thing, he wanted to fight AJ Styles. So I'm kind of glad he finally got that match because the match with Styles at Mania, I liked it better than the match with Roman at Mania.
I think, honestly, it was better for what they did, and it probably would have. I'm not gonna say that it would have sucked if it was in the ring because, yeah, it was definitely gonna suck because one, there was no crowd. Two, COVID was the biggest thing that was blowing up the entire world, and everyone was just on a fucking panic frenzy.
Yeah. And
three, I don't think the chemistry would have matched because it goes back to number one. You could have an amazing match, but how awkward and weird it's gonna be that you just had this amazing match and there's no fucking crowd.
But you know what though? The wrestlers really did hold it down though.
I mean, some of the matches there did what it did, but there was just one problem. And I'm going to say it again. There's no crowd. WrestleMania 36 was basically a $5.99 subscription to Pornhub because of all the groaning and the moaning and all that other shit.
Oh, shit.
Especially in the women. It's like, oh my God. I'm not going that far because that's all I'm going to say. Look, that Mania was just so awkward. It wasn't stupid, but it was awkward as fuck.
Rob Gronkowski got the 24/7 title?
I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, that was mostly that. I think we knew immediately that was going to be planned in the books because he was going to Tampa Bay and Brady was already going there. So it's like wherever Brady goes, he's going to fucking go. And if Brady retires, he's going to fucking retire. It's like they're in a secret. It's like they're in a secret love relationship.
Listen, let them have a secret lover relationship. But damn, don't let Gronkowski fucking retire. Get out of here. Not Brady retired. Fucking sick of his ass.
Damn, this is good. What you smoking on?
Gorilla Glue.
I got some purple punch.
Oh.
It's like a little greenish and purple.
You growing that hair on your chest.
No, it's like with me, technically, like everyone can tell you in the group, I'm a cougher. I'm a legit fucking cougher.
Purple punch?
Anything, just anything. Because it's like I always get the best shit. I can't get this mid-grade shit anymore. Because it's just like mid-grade is like buying a pack of cigarettes and smoking the entire thing within 2 days. Just so you could feel like you're high enough. I can't have that. I need the good shit. I need the shit that like, okay, I smoked one blunt, I'm high as fuck. I'm about to be like Cameron Grimes and go to the moon. So we got some wrestling news to talk about. Let's talk about the debut of Keith Lee in AEW.
First of all, when I tell you, I am so happy so he got married the weekend before he debuted.
You're happy? Banter Club's happy over the fact that they now have Keith Lee because wherever I'm doing, they fucked it up there.
I was so happy he debuted, but before he debuted, he got married to the love of his life. He was happy. I'm dead thinking though he's on his honeymoon. And everyone's like, no, he's debuting today. I'm like, no, he's not. He literally, the same morning, posted he was on a tropical island with his hot ass little eight. My God.
You know, that could have been like days ago, and he just posted that shit just to put everyone in the loop. Like, this isn't happening.
Yo, but I'm such a fangirl of Keith Lee and Mia Yim. That's why. So I'm thinking like, yo, they living their best life. They happy. Out of nowhere, I'm in the car driving with my boyfriend. We went to cop a little bit, and we have AEW. And then we see him come out. I'm like, oh, hail his glory.
Yes, this is one of the, besides the debut of Keith Lee, the Forbidden Door has officially been kicked off the hinges with Switchblade debuting in AEW. Now, we don't know what's going to be happening there, but Adam Cole did tease it. It looks like AEW is trying to...
Oh, no, they're trying to solidify the contract. They're like about...
No, not just solidify the contract. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do with Cole now. Because Adam Cole just basically teased, once you're in Bullet Club, you're in Bullet Club for life. Meanwhile, he has Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly by his side, along with the Young Bucks. So, really, it's... Where's Adam Cole going to go? Is he going to start this new faction with his former Undisputed Era buddies? Is he going to continue being in the Elite until Kenny Omega shows up and then kicks him out for real again? Or is Jay White going to invite Adam Cole back to the Bullet Club?
It's going to be Bullet Club 2.0 and everyone's going to have their own, like, one mega faction.
No, there's no 2.0. There's Bullet Club America, there's Bullet Club Japan now. Oh, and House of Torture, whatever the fuck it is. Because apparently they're doing sub-factions and huge factions. Like, what the fuck? What is this? This is like, the Elite did it and it was cool, but then it was just like, when is this going to end?
But me saying Bullet Club 2.0 won't happen. You talking about sub-factions. Everything is coming 2.0 as of late.
Mm-hmm.
You got NXT 2.0, Mania 2.0.
But Keith Lee, though, obviously, very impressive debut. Very original with how he was. Didn't change anything about him. I mean, now he has a beard.
He's even bigger, though.
He look the same. Maybe because he's not wearing a fucking singlet like WWE made him wear.
A what?
A singlet. You know the shit that Kurt Angle used to wear in RVD?
The banana hammock thing?
Yeah.
Never understand how people can wear it. Don't they get a wedgie?
No, but he had like short tights and shit. I just don't understand why they needed to give him upper attire. It was dumb. It was really dumb. And like he just kept constantly losing in WWE. He only won, obviously, 2 matches out of his main roster career. He beat Randy Orton at a pay-per-view, and then he won a match on Monday Night Raw. I forget against who, though. But, yeah, that was it. I think it was Drew. I don't recall.
It was Drew because they had a whole thing for a while that they were both going to go for the title, and Drew ended up getting it.
But it's just like, seriously, how can WWE ruin someone like Keith? Like, this guy was money. He is money.
Listen, they ruined him on his come up because the way they had him have the titles at NXT. The way he got, I believe it was the NXT title, and then he had to drop it in order to go to Raw. It was Raw, I think, in the beginning.
No, it was Raw. He wasn't going to go to SmackDown, which was probably another huge mistake. He should have went to SmackDown.
He should have went to SmackDown. Because I feel like that would have fit more for him. And then he could have, at some point, I would have loved to see Keith Lee versus Roman.
We had that little mixed match situation at Survivor Series, the one that NXT took over. Yeah. And it was the final two. It was Keith Lee and Roman. And Roman did beat Keith, which was actually pretty impressive. And it was probably the one time that Keith Lee actually looked good in the main roster at a fucking Big Four pay-per-view. You know, unlike what they did to fucking Walter, just had him there for 3 minutes and he was gone by Drew McIntyre. The first person to be eliminated was Walter by Drew. Fuck this company. I'm sorry, Gunther.
Yeah, that was his name. I was about to call him Great Home. I know that's not Great Home, that's Gunther.
It's just it still boggles my mind, you know, knowing that Keith Lee was released by this company, knowing that he could have, you know, he could have brought the company up to a whole different level with his athleticism, his, you know, agility, his character, everything, including his power. The problem is just WWE has this brand new toy and they see that the competition is getting so strong and they have to keep the brand new toy fucking hostage in catering prison. It's like, you can't do that to guys like Keith Lee. Guys like Keith Lee need to be put on television. Guys like him need to be wrestling big names like Orton, like Drew, like Sheamus, like Roman. I mean, he should be chasing the title, but he shouldn't win the title just yet until the moment finally comes. But again, what did you do with him most of the time? DQ losses, losing constantly, constant. And to make matters worse, you made him return in his hometown to face Bobby Lashley in a good match, but you still had him lose. I understand that it was for the WWE Championship, but you could have done something like a DQ.
They should have at least have him win on a DQ.
It should have happened that way. Again, it's just, how could they fuck up Keith Lee?
Just like how they fucked up Mia Yim, and let's see. They fucked up with Rusev. They fucked up with
They fucked up with a lot of people, and they don't want to take responsibility for it. They just blame the wrestlers. They blame the wrestlers, like, oh, you're not doing your job correctly. Like, fuck yeah, I am. Like, you're the one that's giving us an awful script to do.
My thing is, what did WWE see in this pool of very few extremely talented wrestlers that they have?
I don't want to say they see absolutely nothing in them, but they just don't have any. They don't have any faith in their entire roster. They only have faith on the people who is going to provide them the money every week. You can't keep counting on Flair to fucking put over your women's division, because you can't make the women's division all about her. You can't keep relying on Roman forever, because the heel stick is not going to stick around for that fucking long. And if you think he's going to hold on to the Universal Championship for another year, you're dead fucking wrong.
I'm personally bored of it. I don't know about you.
I'm not bored of it. It's like, okay, now this is the time where he has to lose the belt. He has to already. Not that, like, him having the title for even longer is going to make his character stale. It's just, I don't see Roman holding on to the belt for another full-on year. Like, now a full-timer is holding on to the belt. Like, you have nobody for him now to face. You have nobody for him now to defeat. That is telling you something. You beating everyone. The only people that you haven't beaten is, you know, Hey, what's up with that forbidden door? Can we come in? No, because you don't fucking like wrestling. You're a sports entertainment company. They slam the door on you, and there you go. You have no fucking competition.
So who would you put to go against Roman?
Me. I'll kick his ass. No,
Bro,
honestly, if there is anyone possibly that could beat Roman other than Brock, it would most likely, it has to be The Rock. It has to be The Rock. Head of the table versus head of the table in the past. Who's the true tribal chief between these two great Samoans?
But I'm talking about who could take the title off him.
The Rock.
They're going to make that match, but they're going to make it without a belt because The Rock is not going to do a title run.
If Vince McMahon was smart enough, if he would stop thinking out of his ass for a minute and see that there's a money match in front of him that people have been bragging about for fucking years, cousin versus cousin, past versus future, former head of the table of WWF/WWE versus the head of the table of this generation's WWE. Who is the true head of the Samoan and Hawaii Fatu family?
The Rock.
Exactly. So give the belt to the fucking Rock, and he'll lose it at the following pay-per-view against some schmuck. The fact of the matter is, does anybody want to see Brock?
Are you kidding me?
Does anybody want to see Brock hold on to another championship? I don't. Because what is this? Hot potato for Brock? Oh, I win one title, I lose it. I win another title, I'm going to lose that. It doesn't make sense.
So you want to make this whole scenario just for The Rock to drop the fucking title to some fucking wrestler?
Yeah, it could be Sami Zayn. It could be Nakamura. Hell, it could be Jinder Mahal.
My guy, fuck that. And fuck you too for even saying that blasphemous bullshit.
Hey, come on. Look, it's just how I would think to see it because look, Brock could talk about his title unification shit all he wants. If that fucking happens, I will blow a gasket. And I have a feeling it's going to fucking happen. They're going to fucking do it because it's WWE. They don't give a fuck about what we want or what the people in creative want with all of the shit that they do for this company or what the roster wants.
I'm still mad you said for Rock to drop the belt to fucking anyone.
Anyone. It could be, again, it could be Nakamura.
For all of that, we might as well have the fucking.
No, because this is the thing. Rocket have his little moment in the company. Roman could be gone for like another 6 months, go be with his family and all this other shit, recuperate, and then come back probably as a babyface.
What? I'm sorry. I'm still mad no. You would have to. Rock cannot get the title because they would need to plan some elaborate match for every single time.
I can't just throw CM Punk into this whole scenario because WWE doesn't want to put that forbidden door.
Listen, WWE wishes they could do that.
They tried to, and they did successfully in one event because of one woman. Cool, but gotta do more than that. And speaking of WWE, since we have to continue moving forward to this, WWE is getting their dicks hard for Jade Cargill.
So according to Ringside News, Jade Cargill had a rapid rise in the AEW women's division when she won the TBS championship. Cargill's been working on improving every week, including sessions with the incredible Bryan Danielson. Jade became the first ever AEW TBS champion and has not looked back since.
Damn straight.
There have been some bumps in the road for Jade Cargill, but for anyone that looks at her can see what kind of potential star Tony Khan has on his roster. Jade says she spoke with WWE in the past, but they passed on her. WWE wasn't sure how dedicated she was to being a pro wrestler since she was a mother. Cargill ultimately wound up in AEW and has been extremely happy there. There are no signs that Jade is interested in leaving anytime soon. AEW has positioned her as a future top star in the women's division. That doesn't mean WWE isn't keeping an eye on Jade. Andrew Darian spilled the beans on the latest Matt Men podcast. I know for a fact that people in WWE are interested in her now that they've gotten to see what she could do on TV. WWE would be crazy to not at least perform due diligence on their competition. It's been reported that Vince McMahon's company also has decided on MJF. They're watching what's going on AEW. The sky is the limit for Cargill. The looks, charisma, and drive are there. If she continues to improve, there will be an eventual bidding war. For now, the Jade brand is focused on defending the TBS title.
What are your thoughts on Jade Cargill, honestly, since she made her AEW debut?
I started warming up to her now, honestly. And her whole heel persona.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because in the beginning, it just wasn't convincing for me. Like, I felt like she was just like some of the other women in every other division. But then I started seeing her dominance more recently. I was like, ooh. I was like, okay. And I feel like even as a mom, like what the article said, I'm pretty sure a few other stars on the roster are moms and they're still doing this. So I'm pretty sure that's some type of discrimination. And she could have made some money off that.
She was great on the mic. She still is. She still is. I don't know why she has Smart Mark with her. I guess for comedic purposes. For him being like, you know, the accolade or the manager or the valet, whatever the fuck they want to call him now. It's still the same position. But yeah, at first she was green. I mean, she wasn't very green. She was getting a lot of training in the Nightmare Factory. So, I mean, she really excelled throughout the years that she's been in AEW. I believe now she's been undefeated since she won the TBS championship. And honestly, I'm gonna literally say that the TBS championship the tournament was literally legit made for her to win. Like, it was so obvious that if they weren't going to give her the women's world title, because we haven't even seen a match between her and Britt Baker. And I kind of want to see that.
I want to see that, and I want to see her against Mercedes Martinez for some reason.
That too. Now, my thing is with WWE now wanting her. I heard that she did decline an offer a few years back. Did she?
I didn't hear that.
I mean, if she did, good for her. Good for her. Wasn't even on the fact that she was ready. It was just, God, what were they going to do with you if you were in that company?
No, they would have destroyed her.
I mean, she would have been fine in NXT, but probably on the main roster was like, oh, yeah, you're done. You're over. I mean, not like over, like, oh, people love you and shit. Like, oh, your career is going to end here. So
she might have had like one match maybe with Sasha and like Bianca, maybe Bailey. You know, I could have never seen her in a match with Becky or Charlotte.
Look, I'm happy with where she's at. She's that bitch. And when she holds the title, it's that bitch's show. And I'm literally proud of all the success that she's having in AEW. I mean, her being the first ever TBS champion, good for her. Great accolade to start off your career. No one can take that away from you. And the fact that you were the inaugural. Did I really have to play that fucking music that goddamn loud? I know it's nice out, but Jesus, it's still winter. Turn your music down. But look, Jade Cargill literally.
Hopefully it'll
They will not take that away from her being the inaugural TBS champion. They can't, because that is an accolade that is going to stick with her forever. If AEW decides to ever start a Hall of Fame,
they need to.
Not now. Give it like 10 years, and then they'll start one. Because they need to get this roster up and all that stuff. Oh, and speaking of the whole thing. Oh, before I end this whole thing with Jay Cargill, WWE, stop getting your dicks hard for people that are over in the other company that you know you can't have.
Yeah, this MJF shit.
Yeah, stop coming all over MJF like you want him that bad. You probably would have ruined him the same way you tried to ruin him in that NXT takeover with Samoa Joe.
Poor Joe.
I saw what y'all tried to do. That wasn't even like a sabotage. I was just like, oh, nah, this is not your spotlight. This is mine. Like, MJF is fine where he is. You know, they say if the grass is greener, you play ball. On the other side, you play ball. Grass is not green in WWE. That grass is nothing but dead weeds. But without further ado, Ivy, I have one question for you. Are you ready for the SmackDown?
I'm ready to SmackDown on SmackDown.
Submitted to the approval of the WrestleMania show. This is the return of a fucking kiss cam. Without further ado, let's ramble.
And the show today started with Adam Pearce and WWE official Sonya Deville.
I thought it was just Sonya in the ring.
No, so WWE official Sonya Deville kicked off this evening's podcast, nursing a quote-unquote fake left arm injury following the Food War armbar from Ronda Rousey last Friday night. She announced she petitioned to have Rousey fined $100,000. This brought out Adam Pearce, who revealed an email from Vince McMahon himself that barred Deville from further abusing her powers and getting involved in Naomi's SmackDown Women's Championship match against Charlotte Flair later in the night. If she persisted, her job would be in quote-unquote serious jeopardy. This brought out Naomi, who rightfully stated the email did not say anything about her not touching the WWE official. Naomi dog slapped Deville to close the segment.
Says, when do you take notes? You just did my job. Okay, so
I do. Surprise!
Good shit.
Thank you.
See, this is why I have you for this. Okay, so honestly, this whole fucking promo, why does Sonya Deville look hot in an arm sling? And why wasn't the arm sling black? Why did it have to be white? Oh, I need to remind everyone that Pat McAfee is not commentating tonight because Super Bowl. So Corey Graves is there.
He was by himself.
Throughout maybe 15 minutes of the show, he was by himself.
No, there was a lot of scenes where they had caught the camera just on him. I'm like, well, this is awkward. Little lone potato person.
I mean, honestly, the only question that I have to say about this segment was, why didn't Vince just fire her via email? Like, he knows that she's been abusing her authority since she began her role as a WWE official. Why haven't you fired her? Like, she could wrestle again. Why haven't you fired her from her fucking second position? I mean, honestly, do we really need two WWE officials officiating a fucking weekly show on Mondays and Fridays? I'm fine with just one person, or I'm fine with two of them just managing both shows separately, not together.
I feel like Adam Pearce is the actual official, and they just have Sonya there playing the role.
I mean, at this point, they're all playing roles because Adam Pearce's real job outside of just being a WWE official, he's a WWE producer.
Whatever is going on with Sonya eventually is going to come to an end. Like, whatever, like, personal life-wise. Because clearly there's something there that's not allowing her to go back in the ring full time. They have to change her fucking gimmick, though.
No, I think her gimmick's fine. I just think they need to get rid of her role as a WWE official and just have her go back wrestling again. She doesn't need to change the gimmick. She just needs to stop doing that role. So, yeah, like, I didn't mind the whole thing with Naomi coming out like, oh, you can't touch me. But Vince didn't say that I could touch you. So yeah, I'm touching you, and all that other shit. And then yeah, we have a commercial break, and then we cut to our first ever match, which is a tag match, player. We have, and this is literally the most disrespectful thing WWE has ever done. Ever.
Oh, you mean the kiss cam looking like the thing?
Besides the kiss cam, Kofi and Big E weren't even called out as the New Day. It was just, and Big E didn't even do his opening signature before the entrance. Don't you dare! He didn't do any of that shit. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck?
But it was rumored that he wants to get rid of the New Day gimmick and just have them.
There's nothing you could do now. This wild card rule is literally going into effect. You might as well just keep it the way it is. Now that Xavier is going to be out for a fucking while, he might as well just stay with Kofi. But that right there is just disrespectful. They announced them as Big E and Kofi Kingston, not the New Day. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
They had got no respect for the talent.
And then the fucking Lotharios came out, and I want to punch Corey Graves in the mouth because he kept saying the Lotharios. It's Lotharios. Lothario. Los Lotharios. You fucking ingrate.
I'm still not over that this fucking picture I'm looking at, it really looks like a cover for a Pornhub video.
Wait, what picture?
Am I allowed to share my screen with this?
I mean, you could send it to me on the DM.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
So, yeah, the fucking... the Lotharios show up. And I don't know if they did this last week because I didn't watch SmackDown because since you were going to be busy, I'm like, all right, I'll take a break. I'm not going to watch it. I just want to kill people on Call of Duty. So, yeah, apparently they did a photo shoot last week and the New Day interrupted them and shit.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. They photobombed them. That shit was wild as fuck. It was hilarious.
Really?
It was hilarious. It was like... Boy. It was more, I think it added more life to their photo shoot, though. But tell me that this doesn't look like a scene out of Pornhub.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm sorry, Six. You're going to get mad that I'm talking this shit right now, but it's fucking Angel Garza and this motherfucker.
Are they brothers or cousins?
I don't know, but they're kissing on this girl like they some kissing cousins right now.
Oh, there's the title. Chick gets nailed by two cousins on a live WWE event. I mean, look, we had the Kali kiss cam. It was stupid. I don't think anybody wanted to watch a 7-foot-tall Indian man make out with anyone in the fucking crowd. Even if it was a plant, I still see that as sexual harassment or harassment.
But why did they have him look so beefy? Like Humberto Carrillo, his fucking, like, you see his whole highlight here, bro. Like, What's going on here? Like,
I don't know, but when they did that shit, I'm just like, why are these two guys kissing this one chick? Like, there should be another chick there that the other guy should be kissing. Y'all shouldn't be sharing this one chick. It looks so, yay, edgy content. Yay, edgy. You see, we're being edgy. We're having two cousins kiss a chick. And it's like some chick that almost looks like, I don't know, some Chinese knockoff of Lana.
Damn.
And the fucking match starts, and what did you think of the match?
I forgot for a minute there was a match because we were just talking about this. It wasn't like an amazing match. The New Day did their thing.
Honestly, like, the match wasn't bad. It really wasn't. It was actually good for what it was. My main problem was the multiple false finishes. Like, I counted 8 false fucking finishes throughout this whole entire match. And the crowd was actually, digging the match. They were loud. I could give them that. And you know what? It's something fresh. It may be the New Day facing off against a fresh tag team, but it's still, it's the New Day facing off against a fresh tag team. But this is the problem. 2 former WWE champions, Big E and Kofi, lost to the Lotharios.
And that's why I'm going to ask, who the fuck wrote this?
It's over there, and I'm not getting up to go get it. So you know what?
I have camera.
Fuck you. Fuck this company. This company sucks. It could go eat a goddamn pimple-covered dick. Why?
I can't throw nothing today because I have camera equipment and podcasting equipment everywhere.
I just don't I get it. Yes, the Lotharios needed a win in order to boost up this tag team, in order to build them up. But goddamn, why did it have to be from 2 former WWE champions? 2 men who were pinned by Brock Lesnar. All people.
Fuck WWE.
I don't hate the match. It's just, it's so weird that 2 former WWE champions are literally looking at the lights for the Lotharios to go over. Good shit, but your momentum just sinks and sinks and sinks and sinks. All right, so we go backstage to the Viking Raiders. They're about to be interviewed, and they're like, we're going to kick the Usos' ass, and then super kick from the Usos. They continue to beat up the Viking Raiders, and
it's not going to happen at Elimination Chamber, but probably at Mania, the Usos are going to lose.
Yeah, the Viking Raiders are going to get a rematch at Mania. I'm just hoping it's not on the kickoff, because you can't have a match like that on the kickoff. And if they do that match on the kickoff, the Viking Raiders should ask for the release immediately. All right, so Michael Cole leaves Corey Graves alone with like 15,000 people surrounding him. I'm surprised that, those stupid Taco Bell commercials that have been playing recently? So imagine if the bell rung at a WWE live event and everyone just stopped what the fuck they were doing, left the arena, and I mean everyone, and that includes Vince McMahon and, the producers, all that stuff, even the main roster guys. Everyone just leaves to go to Taco Bell the minute the bell rings. That's how I look at this SmackDown. It's like, I could have just left if that was the case. All right, so Michael Cole is backstage. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Wait, what happened?
This is my favorite time right now.
Oh, hearing Roman talk about how he could have won in WCW and everybody could have won in WCW and WCW could have still be in business. But no. All right. So Michael Cole mentions the return of that fucking viejo on last week's SmackDown. Reigns says that fucking viejo in WCW was impressive. But if Roman, was in WCW, everybody would be winning like Charlie Sheen because WCW would still be in business. Oh, really?
Is Charlie Sheen?
Do you not see this shirt? Do you not see this belt? This is the new WCW right here. This is WCW 2.0. Okay? There will never be another WCW, all right? GCW is ECW. So,
again, though, Paul Heyman looking lovingly into Roman Reigns.
The only reason I went back to my tribal chief is because I love him. And I'm like, whoa, dude, you love him? I mean, you said it to him a couple of times, but you said it in a way that was just like, so Cole mentions the fact that Goldberg's dominant victory over Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, 86 seconds, whatever seconds, your mom's seconds. I don't care. All right. We know what happened. Spear, jackhammer, Brock lost. Reigns calls Lesnar old news and nobody cares about him or Goldberg as long as the tribal chief is still breathing. Reigns says that 2 years ago, Goldberg might have had a chance of beating Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, quarantine edition. But now Roman is untouchable and he will smash Goldberg just like everyone else in the past 2 years ago. And he says that he's going to Goldberg.
Roman's a smashing hoe.
Roman just likes to smash everyone.
No lube.
Not even.
All raw.
Just dry. Just ashy fucking Superman punch.
Ew.
Speaking of sexual innuendo, here's some more sexual innuendo. It's Natty Boobs versus Aaliyah. Again, dungeon style. So is there going to be...
Aaliyah did really well. She held it down for herself.
So Aaliyah, what? Just fucking... I have no idea why this... Like, this has been going on for a month. This whole thing has been going on for a month. So Natty has been facing Aaliyah for a month straight.
And then Dina Warrior Princess fucked her up.
I kind of want to see something else now, because what the fuck? Like this, I like, look, again, the fucking shirt. The shirt. You're botching the shirt. It is not 3 minutes and 17 seconds. It is 3.17 seconds. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? What time is it? Oh, it's 3:17. Here comes fucking Aaliyah. And she fucking loses because she taps out. Because in a dungeon style match, it's only pinfalls or submissions. Oh, really? When you meant dungeon style, I thought you meant you were going to take out all your S&M stuff that you use on Tyson Kidd onto Aaliyah.
Shit.
Trust me, I've seen that shit show Total Divas, and I have seen what Natty... Oh, wow. What the fuck? It's weird. It's so weird. But yeah, I don't care about this match, and I will never care for it because Natty deserves way better than just having a world record gimmick breaker. Okay? Again, just name her Natty Breaker, put it with Braun Breaker, and let's have a fucking love interest right there so we can have Tyson Kidd get back into the ring and beat up Braun Breaker, or have Braun Breaker beat him and make him retire for good. So yeah, what did you think of this match? Did you even care at all?
I think Aaliyah held herself. Like, I was very impressed. I got very impressed with Aaliyah, and then, Xia Li came after. So, like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Again, where has this woman been?
When is she getting her own type of job?
No, but this is the thing. It's like, okay, you bring her in for 1 week and then she's gone for like the next 4. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-mm.
It's wrong. It's just so fucking wrong. And it's just like, why does this need to happen? Why can't we just, I mean, I know they're going to book it. They're going to have Xia Li take on Natty, but why are we waiting so long to do this? We should have done this weeks ago. We should have had Natty move on from Aaliyah, or at least have Aaliyah have her big moment, get her little angle wins, instead of having Natty beat her. And then, Natty could deal with Xia Li after she shows up countless times for saving Aaliyah's life after she gets beat on by Natty boobs.
And then you had Freddie Mercury as Rick Boogs come out.
Yeah, speaking of that shit, Sami Zayn is continuing his episodic episode of In Zayn, and it's still a podcast.
We do it better. I'm just saying.
It's still a goddamn podcast. My God. By God Almighty. Someone shoot me. So, he insults the live crowd of New Orleans when he's interrupted by Rick Boogs, which, when the fuck did he get a haircut?
He looks like Freddie Mercury.
That's what they were doing. That's what they were trying to image him as. They wanted to make him the new Freddie Mercury of WWE. And it's like, God, you people are so fucking... I don't understand you people sometimes. So yeah, here comes Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion. And again, this is another issue that I have, that, Nakamura should be used more on television. Like, he's a big star. He makes money for the company. The problem is just WWE just says, here's your belt. See you in like 4 weeks. All right. I'm tired of that. He needs to be the workhorse holding on to that championship. Zayn says that he's shocked Nakamura showed up, and he's been avoiding Zayn for weeks. And next week, since we will finally have the match, he will finally reclaim his Intercontinental Championship. Zayn says once he has respect for Nakamura, but not anymore with Boogs in his corner. Because remember, Artist Collective with Cesaro. Nobody talks about that faction anymore. Boogs goes to grabs the microphone, but all of a sudden, so he grabs the microphone and then he just
feedback.
That nigga dead. That nigga just dead. Like, again, why do you have to add the stupid sound effects, the electric shit? I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that.
And then he asked him if he saw the new Jackass movie.
Oh yeah, he got a new shirt. It says Sami Zayn forever. And before the whole In Zayn thing, Johnny Knoxville is, I don't know, at some WWE store in Los Angeles. When the fuck did WWE have a store in Los Angeles? Why didn't I know about this? Or is that just some art gallery that they just used just for that segment? So he goes there to find Sami Zayn stuff. He has pink paint. He sees a Sami Zayn mural and he writes loser in hot pink paint. And then he grabs one of his shirts that says Sami Zayn forever. And he says that it's gimmick infringement. So he takes the shirt and he puts it in a wood chipper. And that shit just flies out. So yeah, it's happening. It's happening, Ivy. We're going to get Knoxville versus Zayn at WrestleMania.
I would find that hilarious.
I would too, because I want to see all the crazy shit that Knoxville is gonna do. But
it can't be like his Rumble performance, because his Rumble performance was trash.
No, and it can't just be a regular match either. It has to be a no disqualification, because you have to put Knoxville through an immense amount of pain. You got to have that man go through like a table or two. Let's stack up 4 tables and fucking push him off a ladder so you can go through all 4 of them.
He needs to get tagged in. He needs to tag Steve-O in.
It's gonna be a singles. Oh yeah, well, if it's gonna be a no disqualification, yeah, those jackasses are gonna show up and say they're jackass.
Listen, Hornswoggle and not Hornswoggle, Wee Man's gonna get his revenge to the Brock Lesnar.
Okay, so so after all that shocky shit, Zayn is like, "Oh my God, are you all right? Are you all right? Are you all right?" And then like, psych, haluva kick to Nakamura because he was basically trying to, help his partner get up, and then that's it. Sami Zayn walks off looking strong for his Intercontinental Championship match next week. So we cut backstage before match happens. We have Madcap Moss supporting what looks like, the shit that came out of his ass, and he grabbed it and smeared it around his eye to make it seem like he's selling the Claymore, and the Claymore gave him a black eye. And he's like, "I don't think I can compete against fucking Drew McIntyre in the Elimination Chamber. Look at my eye. Look at my goddamn eye." And it's like, dude, relax. Just go to the doctor and, just tell them to cancel your match. And like, could they really do that? I thought Vince had the green light to do that shit. So
he went to the nurse, and
he goes to the trainer, and he's like, "Doc, can you figure out a way to pull me out of this match? I can't compete." And Doc's like, "All right, son, we're gonna do some tests. Well, you close your eyes and you open your right eyeball and you tell me the first thing you see." You open it, there's a fucking sword. It's like, "Oh, you could see from that eye." And it's Drew McIntyre. And he's like, "Oh, so you could see. So that means you're cleared. And that means you're going to wrestle me. But guess what? It's going to be false count anywhere. So that means I can use anything, including my sword." And I'm just like, you fucking idiot. You're not going to use that sword.
I think it was just funny. That little segment was funny.
So we have the fucking match between Happy Corbin and Cesaro. And again, more disrespect. More disrespect in this company. Because why is it that Happy Corbin gets an entrance, but when we come back from commercial, the match is already taking place? Cesaro doesn't get an entrance. Nothing.
Just release him already, goddammit. Why are you putting him through so much pain?
At this point, yeah, he needs to go. We need Claudio Castagnoli back. We need the Kings of Wrestling back. And they need to be in the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame. At this point right now, it's like, yes, and honestly, Happy Corbin beat Cesaro with the End of Days. Clean. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Cesaro, demand your release from this company. Leave it, because there's a whole lot of stock left in you. The more you stay in this company and the more you keep putting guys like this over, the more you keep jobbing out, the more you're going to feel like a nobody. And I don't want someone like you to feel like a nobody. You are an amazing wrestler, great athlete. You could do so much somewhere else than the WWE. Get out of there. Just get the fuck out of there. Get your release immediately. Demand it. Or just do what some other people would do at a time like this. Take your fucking ball and go home. I'm not going to judge you if you walk out on the company. You're miserable. I don't even want to say I could tell Cesaro's miserable, but he looks miserable just being there. He looks miserable in the fact that he's not getting any momentum. And that sucks. To put someone over like Corbin because he's undefeated ever since the summer, I don't give a shit. Cesaro deserves way more than what he's been given right now. This is a guy that said he wanted to be on SmackDown during the draft a few years ago instead of being on Raw. I think you're now finally realizing that you're regretting that decision because look at what they're doing to you. You're losing to Corbin?
You want to hear something, though?
Go ahead.
I start to look forward not to the draft anymore, but to the cuts to see at least if my favorite wrestler or whatever is going to at least have an opportunity to go wrestle. The cuts are more exciting than the draft.
Look, the releases are not over yet. You know, they're just taking months off until like a week after Mania, and that's when they start cutting people again. So I will not be mad if Cesaro's name ends up on that list of releases because I would be so fucking happy for him because he could do so much somewhere else than where he is now. And I'm thinking, after he just faced Roman for the Universal Championship, they're going to do more with him. Like maybe give him the Intercontinental Championship. No, it's, back to jobbing for you, fuckhead. And it's like, no, Vince, fuck you for putting someone like Cesaro to job to other wrestlers who don't even deserve to win. And now we go to our main event for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair taking on Naomi.
Naomi held her own.
Good. What were your thoughts on this match?
I really liked the kid. I was skeptical about the feud at first, but I can see her being. I like Naomi being the underdog in the situation because we all know this is just a match for Charlotte to have until her match with Ronda. There's it. I would be excited if one day she gets the title. I do like the ending though, where Ronda came to Naomi's rescue though.
Yeah, that was a pretty good ending. Naomi pulling all the stops here. I mean, her match with Sonya Deville 2 weeks ago was my match of the night. This one is also my match of the night. This was a really good match. Really good. A good way to make Naomi feel like an actual contender going forward, chasing the belt. I mean, she's going to be chasing the belt sometime soon. I don't know when, but yeah, we might be seeing Naomi versus Ronda Rousey. Hell, we might see Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey since they're both on Smack. Well, I wouldn't say Ronda's technically on SmackDown.
Not yet.
I mean, does she show up on Raw? Because I did Raw live. Does she show? I don't remember. Maybe I'm just really fucking high. But look, she's been showing up on SmackDown a lot. And honestly, you know, I am pretty much ready to see Ronda Rousey take over Friday nights.
Hell yeah, because SmackDown is the best.
No, because Fox has like one thing that, you know, could attract the WWE revenue. And that's, you know, having MMA people show up on their program. You can have MMA people show up on your program. You have former MMA people who watch UFC that will actually get into WWE because of former MMA people being on this company. Yeah, they want to see that. And Fox is the only purpose of putting Ronda Rousey on their network. It brings up more revenue and it brings up more ratings too. And let me tell you right now, SmackDown needs them.
SmackDown's still the better show regardless.
It'll still be the better show, but for some reason, Raw still pulls out more fucking ratings than SmackDown. And that's just why. When that show is just god awful for 3 fucking hours.
Capped. It's capped.
These two women put on what I can honestly say an amazing main event that could have been a pay-per-view caliber right here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
we'll be seeing this again one day.
One day, if they decide to just have Charlotte keep the belt and beat Ronda, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. They would do that. So, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, I give Charlotte a lot of shit because, she's the only woman that WWE actually relies on. She's the only woman that can actually build this division. No, the fuck she can't. She can make the division worth watching, but she can't do it all on her own. She can't. There are a lot of other women back there who deserve to be in Charlotte's spotlight right now. They deserve it. And it's not like, Charlotte has to lose the belt. She needs time off. No. Charlotte just needs to lose the belt and just, wrestle other women. And then maybe a year or two, she'll go back to the title picture. But because you have a last name called Flair, they're going to just keep throwing the title at you because why the fuck not? I really enjoyed this match. It was a clean finish.
It was a good match.
Good thing it needed to be a clean finish because, yes, we don't need Sonya to get involved. And I know this little angle between these two are not finished. It's not going to end anytime soon. All this other junk. I honestly look at this from perspective as they gave us what we wanted. A good match, a clean finish, no fuckboy finishes here or there. Just two women wrestling, a challenger trying to win the championship while the champion is trying to retain it from the challenger. And I enjoyed that. That match told a story that Naomi was inches away from actually winning, inches away from actually beating Charlotte. One of the biggest upsets in her career could possibly be beating Charlotte Flair. Title or no title.
Yeah.
This match was amazing. It was great. And I'm happy that Naomi is literally stepping up her game and putting on these caliber matches. These matches that could possibly be 3.5s to fucking bars. None. So yeah, we had the whole thing. Sonya shows up because, after the match is over, Sonya can actually break the rules and beat up Naomi. Here comes Ronda. She saves the day. And that's it. We have Naomi and Ronda standing in the ring while the heels are, heading back to the gorilla. And that's what's SmackDown.
We did it.
Very short show. Very short indeed. Oh, wait. There was something that I'm missing here. Hold on. I know I was missing something. Hold on.
No, we went through everything.
No, because we didn't talk about the Goldberg interview. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to find it. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he went and said Roman was next. The end.
All right, yeah, whatever. Goldberg had an interview with Michael Cole, said nothing personal, all this blah, blah, blah bullshit. And then, yeah, that's it. The match was, they just plugged the fucking match. I don't care. Fucking viejo. Go home. Go be with your wife and son. Stop coming back to this company. So, yeah, give your overall thoughts on the show and the grade.
The women Naomi's match is the only reason why I would give it a 3. Because the rest of the night had me a little bit bored. I was glad though it went by quick.
What's your grade?
3.
So a solid good.
Yeah.
Look, the show wasn't bad. It didn't suck, but it was literally mid-low tier. You know, if the main event was probably the only thing that kept the crowd interesting, then good shit. Everything else was just, I mean, I'll give the New Day and the Lotharios some credit. They had a pretty good tag match, but it was like, it felt forced, and it felt like there was more crowd audio than actual crowds chanting.
It was too quiet.
It's like they just rushed this shit very quickly. This whole show, it felt like they just needed to rush it. They just wanted to rush the pay-per-view, the interviews, the main event. They wanted to rush all this so that they could build up to next week, which is the go-home show for the stupid fuck show in that fuck country. So, I mean, if you try to go fast-paced with it, you did it wrong. You did it literally wrong. Like, this was too fast-paced. It's like you literally hit the fast-forward button on your controller and just said, fuck it. Just go straight to the main event. And you could have done better than what you did here. I'm not going to say that like everything here was bad. The wrestling wasn't that bad. It was just there until the main event. So obviously I'm going to give it the same grade. I'm actually not going to give it the same grade. I'm going to give it a 2.5, which is a very high bat. That's like a D+. That's a passing grade.
Ooh.
It was boring. Honestly, the show was boring. I could have just told you, hey, we're not recording this shit because this shit is boring as fuck. There's really nothing interesting to talk about here. But there was some interesting stuff to talk about here. And I think it actually helped build up that stupid fuck show in that fuck country.
The fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what SmackDown. I mean, get the belts. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna do all that because that's just my arms are tired. My job has already put too much pain on my body. I can't pick up those belts at this time. So youtube.com/RambleMania Show, where you can stomp a mud hole on that subscribe button. Cheer for us by clicking the thumbs up and hit the notification bell because every week we put out videos and live reactions for all of you to watch and enjoy. For all of our social media platforms, you can follow us on Facebook.com/RambleMania Show, Twitter @RambleMania, Instagram @RambleMania Show, TikTok RambleMania Show, Twitch.tv/RambleMania Show. For all of our audio platforms, just search RambleMania Show. You can find us on Apple, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spotify, Anchor, all the other audio platforms that you listen to. Just search RambleMania Show because every week we put out all the audio for all of you to listen and enjoy. For me personally, you can find me on Instagram at iZombies, IZOMB,
What's up? It's your homegirl Ivy. You can follow me everywhere at Raw Zone NYC. Catch me Tuesdays 8 to 10. Now, welcome to the Raw
Zone. Fuck. For Ivy, I am Hazel the iZombie. This has been What SmackDown. We would like to wish all of you a point of goodies, a two fucking sweets, a good fight, a goodbye, and a good night.
Night.